Fine. So routers, actually, what are the different concepts involved in the routers? Okay, so Angular routers. Okay, first I'm going to tell you the concepts involved in the okay, Angular routers. Okay, first, okay, let's think about what is basic knowledge of routers. Basics. Of course, we have completed these things, and then okay, sub routers. We have completed this also. Sub routers, and then okay, so did you remember auxiliary? So we were talking about auxiliary. Auxiliary, auxiliary route. Okay, auxiliary routes. Okay, so and then gods. Okay, we have to talk about gods. Different types of gods are available. First, I'm going to tell you what are the things involved so that you can remember related to routers. Okay, related to routers, what are the different concepts available? If you keep this mind map in your mind, okay, it is very easy to recall, it is very easy to learn, it is very easy to refer later onwards. Okay, so that okay, you can refer it very easy also. I'm going to share this kind of diagram as well, okay, so that you can think this kind of things. Okay, now Angular router. Coming to Angular router, another is after guards, we have something like lazy loading. Lazy loading. Okay, so okay, these are the different things that you need to understand. Okay, you need to understand. Okay, routing, Angular routing, combination of all these things. If you know all these things, this can be called as okay, complete information related to Angular. Okay, complete information is related to Angular router. Okay, this is going to okay, the concepts. What is this? What is basic? What is routing? You know what is routing, and then other concepts are the programming, how to do programmatically. Programmatically, how can you okay? How can you route programmatically? So what are the modules are available? These things are going to be available inside this. Okay, let me just recall the points that we have discussed before. Okay, as part of basics, what is okay, router outlet. Okay, router outlet. You know what is router outlet. Okay, and then router link. Okay, what is router link? And then okay, router using what is router. Okay, router means okay, we have routed programmatically, router that navigate. Okay, so that we have used, right? Okay, description, you can provide router that navigate. Okay, you can take like navigate method where we have used navigate, and then we have used a router object. A router, we have injected router. Okay, we have injected router into our okay, so constructor. After that, we have used this router, and then router link, and routes. Okay, router module and we have used what, router mappings. Okay, routes, different types of routes. Okay, list of route objects, meaning that where we have provided path, where we have provided components, and then for mapping, this can be called as mapping. Mapping means okay, for which okay, for which request, which component we have to call. Okay, that kind of information that we have discussed, right? And okay, so and then parameters. Okay, parameters, router parameters. We have talked about router parameters. Okay, so of course these things are going to be covered when I'm doing this exercises, guys. Don't worry about these things. Okay, so router parameters. Okay, these are the basic things that we have discussed. And then we have worked with sub routers. While we have worked with sub routers actually, and then we have worked with the auxiliary. okay, auxiliary, but we were talking about auxiliary. And then, okay, so we have to complete with lazy loading. What is lazy loading of Angular, this thing. And then we have to work with the different types of gods. Okay, there are four different types of gods we have. We are going to provide this information, okay, here in the, okay, so the topic of gods. Okay, when we are working with gods, we'll be working those things, guys. Now, yeah, of course, we are at auxiliary routes. Okay, so once we get complete okay, knowledge of auxiliary routes, then you can know the difference between sub routes and then auxiliary routes. Okay, they looks like same sometime, but okay, they are not, okay, same. They are not same. They are not same absolutely. Okay, auxiliary routes provides flexibility. That is what we are going to do. Okay, so of course I'm going to tell you that concept. We have taken that concept so earlier also. First, before going to the, okay, that particular this thing, before going to enter into the auxiliary route, so I just want to show you one particular, okay, project that I have started for you people. Okay, so I have implemented that auxiliary routes in the one project. I'm going to show you that project. The people who are interested, okay, you can involve in that particular project. Okay, so a few people ask me, okay, to start, okay, front end project. Okay, who want to start front end project, okay, they can start with that project. I have parallelly, I have 2 3 projects are there, of course, interrelated projects. I'm going to start giving scenarios, and then you people can start working on that, and we can discuss on that, and then we can do, okay. So that is going to happen in the evening afternoon session. Okay, so to say interaction session, that can be called as interaction session, right? Yeah, fine. Before, okay, so complete this auxiliary routes. Okay, I'm going to okay, I'm going to recall this concept, okay, from starting. Don't worry about it, guys. I'm going to take a new project, and then I'm going to take okay, before taking new project, I'm going to show you the real world application. So real world application, how they are going to help us. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, before, yeah, before getting into auxiliary routes topic, I just want to show you, okay, the project where we have implemented. Yeah, 1 second, let me pause the recording for some time to open that. Okay, so 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, so coming to the auxiliary stuff, okay, I think I just have to recall the point. That is, maybe like you can divide your screen into multiple parts. Normally, okay, if you want to display anything, in the screen for your router outlet, okay. So if you mention this is router outlet, this total part is going to for router outlet. But if you click on something, okay, if you click on something, upon clicking on something, okay, whatever link you have, you can, okay, display multiple, okay, router outlets. Not two, not three, multiple. How many you want, you can create, you can provide like this. Okay, the difference between normal router outlet, auxiliary outlets, okay, the difference is very simple. Okay, just let me try to write a simple diagram. Okay, of course, this is upon clicking on this link. Okay, maybe like it may be like L for linking. Okay, if you click on this link, okay, upon clicking on this link, okay, router outlet is going to be provided. Router outlet is going to be, okay, something like, see here, guys, this is going to be something like router outlet. If you click on this is going to be the router outlet. Total, this part is only one router outlet. Only one router outlet. Only one router outlet will be there. This is normal case. But in case of auxiliary, if you click on some particular link, okay, you can manage multiple router outlets. Okay, so upon clicking on this, you can do something here, you can do something here, you can do something here at a time. Okay, for one click, multiple router outlets. Here, one click, one router outlets. Auxiliary says what? One click, multiple router outlets. Multiple router outlets. Okay, yeah. So, fine. So this is the main difference. This is the main difference. Okay, this is going to be the main difference. Okay, so something like, okay, give me 1 second, guys. I got getting some call, important call. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, yeah. So we are talking about routes, right? Yeah, I already have given some example saying that the difference between router, normal router and auxiliary router. Okay, if I click on something, okay, you can display only one part means that is normal router. If you click on something, because of clicking on something, if you want to fill multiple parts, multiple router outlets, then we have to go ahead with okay, we have to go ahead with auxiliary routes. Okay, now coming to the example that I have created already. Yeah, let us look at it, guys. So this is normal, this one. Let's look at it, guys. I'm going to provide, yeah, directly. I'm, I have no link to provide it. I have no link. Actually, this is a simple sliding example. This is fine. We'll be doing it later. Yeah, if you come to here slash maybe like exam, if I say exam, let's look at it, guys. Okay, what happened? If I go to here, there are, this is, okay, this is one particular, this is one part, one kind of router outlet. This is one router outlet. This is another router outlet. Okay. Here, this is going to be exam. I said what? Only exam. Because of this exam, one particular, okay, this one has, okay, filled up. Okay, this is one particular, okay, place in router outlet. This can be called as one router outlet, and okay, this is another router outlet. This is one another router outlet. Let's look at it. If I click on this, yeah, see here, guys, what happened now? Okay, this is going to be filled with another router outlet. Okay, with the same, whenever you see this, okay, see here, guys, this is one router outlet and this is one router outlet. Now I'm going to take another example. Because of this, what is the benefit means? This is one component. This is one type of question. Okay, this is one type of question. Means this contains what? Radio buttons, right? These are the radio buttons available here. If you see here, these are the radio buttons. Okay. Now another question is another component. This is one type of component, okay, which displays these multi options, okay, optional question. This is this kind of, the type is optional question. To display optional question, this is one component. Okay, if I click on here, just look at it, guys. If I click on here, this is another type of component, but router outlet is same. Okay, this is one router outlet, this is another router outlet. Okay, in this router outlet we have displayed, okay, here in this router outlet only the questions. Okay, in these questions we have displayed the questions only, but whenever you click on this, okay, this, okay, this is second router outlet, it is displaying over here. This is displaying one type of component. If I click on this one, see here, guys, what happened now? This is another type of component. Okay, this router outlet name is question details. Okay, this is going to be the question details. And if I click on this, another type of, yeah, this is what kind of drag and drop. We have to sort. Okay, so which one is first, second, third, fourth. Okay, the sorting. Okay, this kind of drag and drop functionality that we have applied. Okay, now coming to here, this is going to be, of course, choices. Multiple questions are there, of course, based on the type of question. Okay, the component is going to be displayed in the router outlet. Which router outlet? Second router outlet in the same page. Okay, meanwhile, so this is one type of router outlet. This is all one router outlet, and this is what? Another router outlet. Because in the same screen, we are maintaining two router outlets, right? Two router outlets. Because of that, okay, because of that, so what's happening? Because of that, what's happening? Okay, so the flexibility we got, we can display multiple router outlets. Okay, even here you can maintain the results also. Okay, results, we can maintain the results. How many questions have taken? Okay, how many answered? How many left with blank? Okay, how many blank questions that we have? you can display that information separately. This is also one router outlet separately. You can take such kind of router outlets as well. How many you want to take in one screen, you can take. Okay, but one click, yeah, displaying multiple router outlets. See, so this is also displaying, this is also displaying. And if you want to take another thing, yes, you can, this is also going to be displayed. That depends on the situation, that depends on the okay scenario, how you want to design your screen. Okay, while designing the screen, auxiliary routes helps us a lot. Okay, so see here guys, this is okay. Now if you observe carefully, this is the question. See here guys, what is it? This is a router outlet where it is going to be question details. Okay, and this is going to be the question list. This is going to be the question list. Question list is the router outlet. Okay, main router outlet. Okay, this is going to be the question details router outlet. Auxiliary route. Auxiliary. Okay, auxiliary. Okay, router outlet. All right, guys. This is auxiliary. This is how we can design our screen. Okay, not only two. Okay, this is main. This is one auxiliary. Right? You can take one another auxiliary routlet also. That depends on the screen that you want, how you want to manage your screen, how you want to design your screen. That depends on you. Okay, guys. Fine. Okay, fine. This is an examination based okay application. So we can do scenario on this as part of project development. Okay, yeah. Let's go to our new project. We have created our new project, right? Yes, yeah. The project has created. Okay, what I can do is auxiliary in depth. Now I want to show you. I want to create that kind of auxiliary routes. Okay, auxiliary routes. Okay, so now first of all, I don't want to take any bootstrap. I don't want to take any other type of UI parts. I want to take very as simple as possible, because so that you people can understand it. If you want to test it, or if you want to understand it, if you go through this code, or if you go through this part of video, okay, you're going to understand very quickly. Okay, instead of watching all the things, okay, you can watch only this thing. Okay, I don't want to mix up with any other bootstrap or other things, just plain okay auxiliary things I'm going to take. Okay, first of all, to implement auxiliary things, I need multiple components. Okay, I need to take multiple components. Okay, so I need multiple components. Okay, of course, let us take two components. First of all, I would like to take other than app component. I want to take two other components. Okay, I want to take two other components to display. Okay, yeah, let us take very simple. The first step I would like to do is creating, yeah, first of all, before going all these things, let's stop this particular examination and then ng serve. Okay, let it start this one. And then meanwhile, what I can do is, okay, so we'll be having no code at all. We'll be having, so nothing, just plain code I need. Okay, so h1 says hello. Okay, yes, we got this hello code. That's fine. Now hello code is available. Hello code is available. Fine. So now what you can do is, this is going to be something like a route I need to provide. So I'm going to provide the links. Okay, and I have to provide the route outlets. Okay, before going to the route outlets, I just want to create two components. First, yeah, my goal is, what I want to do is, just let me tell you guys, I have to provide two links first. Okay, two links, and then I'm going to provide one router outlet. So initially, I don't want to implement auxiliary immediately. First, to set up normal routes. So this is one link. I'm going to provide one link 1, and this is going to be the link 2, and this is one router outlet. Okay, for that, this is going to be one component, and this is another component. Okay, I would like to take component 1 and component 2. Okay, so I want to create two components. Yeah, very simple. Okay, Angular CD auxiliary depth. Okay, now ng generate component. Okay, comp1. I'm going to provide comp1 simple route. I'm going to implement initially simple route. Then I'm going to implement. Another this one comp2. This is going to be comp2. We have created two components, right? We have created two components. Component 1 is this one, and yeah, once after creating the two components, next let us go to the default component. Yeah, here I'm going to provide link, so maybe like href equal to href, and the router link, we have to provide router link. What are the router link? Maybe like comp1. I'm going to say comp1, and then so maybe like comp1. This is one link. First I'm creating the links. Okay, this, yeah, we have to have these two paths. Right now we did not provide any paths. Okay, here in the router outlet. Okay, router outlet. So this is going to be the router outlet. Yeah, we have created the HTML page is ready. Now app component is ready. Two components are also ready. Now we have to provide the mapping. Where the mapping will be available, you can go to the app routing. Here in the app routing, routings, yes, here routes I have to provide. Here in this routes, we have to provide path. Path is what? This should get matched into the HTML link. Okay, router link. Okay, this has to get matched into the path. Okay, comp1, yeah, comp1, and component is going to be what component? Comp1 I have created, right? I did not provide any HTML or code inside this comp1 component. Just I'm using as it is. Just I have created comp1, comp2, and component 2, comp2 comp2 component. Yeah. So of course this is very simple. We have set up with the routings. Yeah. Now it is having, this is app component. Hello, it is saying. If I say comp1, it has to display. Yeah. See here, what's the problem? Anything is going wrong? Yeah. Go to inspect and check in the console. See what is the errors that we have. Cannot match any root. Okay, comp. Oh, the spelling mistake. What is this here? COM1. Now we have taken, yeah, because of the error information, I can found out that the code that we have written is in wrong. Here we have taken comp1. Here we have taken only comp1. Okay, make it comp1 and comp2. Yeah. So once after changes, automatically it is going to get restarted. If I click on comp1, yes, comp1 is working. If I say comp2 is already working. Comp2 is working. This is normal routing information. Okay, the next thing that I would like to tell you is auxiliary. Auxiliary means, yeah, let's suppose if I click on something, along with this, what you can do is you can do some other, okay, this is one, and you can take another router outlets. Okay, one or more router outlets you can take. Okay, so auxiliary. auxiliary. Let's look at it. Let me take okay another router. Okay, and now I starting to implement a routing. Which routing? Auxiliary routing. So now let us go to auxiliary routing. Where I need to do first, the thing is you have to provide, maybe like if I want to provide after router outlet, you want to provide another router outlet, yes, you can provide okay, maybe like break, and then you may take yeah, something, you just provide this kind of information, and then you can say break. After that you can apply another router outlet, but second router outlet should contains okay, should contain name of this router outlet. Okay, name of the router outlet is very important. Okay, because so what kind of information we have to print here? This is secondary. Okay, maybe second router outlet. Remember this name is also very important. Second. Okay, when you click on, yeah, so yeah, what should happen? I'm going to tell you in the UI what should happen. If you click on comp1 have to display here. The same way, what you can do is the same way, what you have to do is the same way, you have to display something other component here. So this is router outlet, this is auxiliary router second. Okay, this is going to be something like second. Okay, you have to display second. This is how you need to display. Okay, this is important thing that you need to understand here. Okay, yeah. So to do so, what we want to do is, first of all, I'm going to create another component. Okay, okay, second, I'm going to create another component like second, instead of saying second, auxiliary comp1, auxiliary comp1. So I'm going to take another component like auxiliary. Okay, this is what auxiliary component we have created, right? Just now we have created one auxiliary component. My goal is what? Okay, what is our goal? So to display, so see here guys, this is very simple. If I click on comp1, now what's happening? It is displaying here, comp1 it is displaying, and we have to display what? Other component also. Other component here, this is router outlet, this is another router outlet. Okay, this router outlet name is second. Okay, we need to display that kind of information. We have to display that auxiliary router outlet, auxiliary router outlet. Okay, to do so, what we need to do is, the first thing that we need to do is we have to create, okay, one mapping information. Let us look at it guys, mapping information. Let us go to the code. Let us go to the code router here and provide, okay, the path, provide path, okay, comp, yeah, maybe like you can take auxiliary 1, you can take, like component is, okay, component is auxiliary auxiliary component. Okay, auxiliary component. Now one more thing that I need to do is, and one more thing I have to provide here is, okay, so this is template, it's not outlet. Yeah, this is outlet. This is very important. Outlet name is very important. This outlet name should get matched with the, okay, this component should be related to with which outlet, means this is a second outlet. This is a second thing, needs to get matched here. Okay, need to get matched. Okay, this is outlet. Okay, this is going to be the second outlet. See here guys, path auxiliary 1 and then comp1 auxiliary comp1 component outlet, and this is going to be the second path comp1 comp2 auxiliary 1 component. Yeah, this kind of information is going to be available here. All right, yeah. So path x1 component auxiliary component outlet second. Yeah, if you see this x1, okay, now router outlet name equal to second router outlet. This is going to be something like router outlet, right? Name second. This name should get matched over here. Okay, and then when you are clicking comp1, okay, I'll do one thing. So if I click on comp1, it is going to happen only one thing, right? You can take another one. and then you can provide, okay, so this is comp1 and ax1. If you click on this particular router, what should happen? It has to display for router outlet, and it has to display router outlet second one also, second one also, router outlet, and then second one also, second one also. So these two things should happen here. But here we need to understand how to tell, okay, how to tell, okay, to the router link, okay, we how to tell to this, okay. Then I'm going to show you the examples. Okay, 1 second, I have the list of these things. Okay, sorry guys, I just try to find out the documentation. I did not find that. Okay, somewhere I kept and then I lost. I'm going to create the document for you again. I'm going to share with the document. Okay, no problem. Even I have created the document for sub auxiliary routes also. When you go to internally, how to handle those things, and then we have done it. Okay, no problem. Yeah, let's coming to here. So now try to understand this syntax. Okay, try to understand this syntax. Okay, what's happening here is router outlets. This is one object, outlets. How many outlets are there? One outlets. Okay, that's why one object. If you have multiple outlets, okay, then you have to take another object. See here, guys, outlets you have taken, right? So within this you have taken, okay, this is a one outlet, right? You have another outlet. What you need to do is you have to take third, and then you may take like this third, and then you have to take like this, guys. Okay, third, and then you have to take this kind. If you have multiple auxiliary outlets in the same page, you have to provide like this. Okay, you have to provide like this. Okay, okay, soon I'm going to come to this example. I'm going to come to this particular example. Okay, so first let me complete this part. Okay, so now this is up to here, right? Yeah, after that we need to provide this. After that we need to provide third. Okay, and then I have to provide like this. See this, inside this you can provide the, okay, component name. This is auxiliary router outlet name. Okay, this is going to be the auxiliary router outlet name. And then for this auxiliary router outlet, what component you would like to place? This is a component path. Okay, the path we have provided in the routings, right? Within the routings we will be providing, right? Yeah, so we have only one. Okay, you don't need to provide the second one. Okay, we'll be talking about this. Okay, so now, yeah, yeah, just show me. We need to understand more about these things. Yeah, let us come to here, and then provide only comp1. Try to call only comp1, only this one. It is got printed. See here, guys, if I click on component auxiliary, then okay, what happened? Component 1 is displaying, as well as, okay, second, even this also going to get displayed. Two things are displayed. Okay, of course, if you want to provide like this, only comp1. Okay, if you provide comp1, then it is going to provide like this. But if you click on this one, both are going to get displayed. Okay, how you are getting displayed here is picture. Okay, different. Yeah, now try to understand the signature that we have provided in the HTML. Okay, let us go to there. Yeah, before understanding this, what you can do is, yeah, provide like this. Yeah, this is going to looks like property. And if you provide like this is going to be the property binding. You know that this is property binding. Okay, this is property binding. What is a property name? Router link is the property inside, that is directive. Okay, now for this you need to provide the property. Now if you provide brackets for this, how it is going to take it means, this is comp2 is a property. It is going to take it as a property. It is going to take it as a property, not direct string, not direct path. So what you need to do is you need to provide either this one. Okay, you can provide like this. See here, guys, if you provide this, what happens? You can provide like this. So that if I provide single quotes inside this, meaning that this is not the property, this is the direct string that is assigning to this one. Okay, if you don't provide like this, then okay, if you don't provide like this, what is that meaning? This is a simple property. For this property you are providing the string, direct string, assigning the string here. Okay, assigning the string. Okay, this is assigning this particular string. But now if you provide this, means this is a property binding, so that this is going to be as a property. This is going to looks like a property. This looks like a property, but actually we don't have any comp2 property inside component class. So what you can do is, when you are doing like this, you can take this syntax is correct syntax. But this comp2 is a string, because of this colons, it is going to consider as a string. This string is assigned to this property binding. Or what you can do is, you can provide this is also legal. See here, guys, what is this? This is also a point inside this bracket. Okay, inside this, okay, square brackets, whatever values that you are providing, this value is going to be assigning to here. Of course, it is going to indicate array, right? Yeah, multiple values can be provided, right? But now if you provide single value, this is also fine. Okay, now just this is also going to work fine. Just different types of syntax that I have to show you people. Okay, so no problem. For comp2 is also working fine. See here, comp2 is also working fine. Okay, right. This is a based on the syntax. Why this syntax is existed means, okay, to provide, why this kind of syntax is existed means square brackets and single quotes. Why? Because to provide complex values like this. See here, guys, to provide complex values, okay, this is going to, okay, this has provided, actually this syntax is provided, square brackets syntax is provided to provide values easily, okay, like which have involved complexity. See here, guys, let us look at it. This is router link. It contains what? Outlets. Okay, this is what? Outlets. And what is this? This is the, okay, flower brackets that you have taken. Okay, now of course here it is very simple, and we are going to use this syntax here, and within this I want to provide an object. Okay, let's look at it, guys. I'm going to provide something like another this one. Okay, you can take outlets. Remember this, outlets is the key. Inside the outlets, okay, it is going to take object. Inside the object, okay, along with these outlets, if you want to provide other things, you can provide other things like router active links, other if you remember active, router active, okay, those also going to be, okay, comes under this, okay, comes under this particular part. Even you can provide router active related stuff also can be provided here. So you are providing object to this router link, not only, okay, just okay, this one, it contains what? This is going to be a router outlets object. So because of this object, instead of just providing single value, you can provide object, you can provide multiple values like outlets or other things also can be provided. Okay, this is kind of more like object. Okay, see, now for that, just remember only outlets, guys. Remember this outlets. So we can build our own. Okay, we can build our own. Okay, see here, guys. Yeah. So now you can provide here, maybe like auxiliary, AXU, auxiliary, href. Okay, so we'll make H, and then a router link. I need to provide router link. What kind of data I need to provide? I need to provide JSON object. Okay, I need to provide the data link. Okay, yeah. Okay, I want to provide the data. So what kind of data? Object data. Let's provide one object inside the square brackets. Provide the object. Inside this object, we have, okay, outlets. Outlets. What are the outlets? Okay, you can provide the outlets. How many outlets? You can provide multiple outlets. You can provide multiple outlets, but okay, so you have only one outlet, right? You have only one outlet, right? Outlet is going to be something like, okay, so for this outlets, what you can do is outlets. All right, this is going to be outlet. What is the outlet name? Second is the outlet. For this second outlet, okay, what is the path that you want to take? What is the path you want to take? You can take simply the path is, okay, what is the path? Auxiliary path AUX1. Okay, AUX1. Yeah. Let's look at it, guys. Now coming to here, and AUX we have provided, right? Coming to the UI. Okay, just look at it. Click on AUX. The path is undefined. Yes, path is undefined, right? What is a mistake that we have done? Yeah, we have to compare the code that we have provided. Where is the code? You can provide something like this one. Check it out. Okay, yeah, let's compare the code that we have provided already. We need to understand the, just okay, let us compare with that. What's the difference? What is the difference that we made? Okay, so that we can understand that what are the things are required. Yeah, okay, that this is the previous one which is working. Yeah, let's look at it. What is the difference that we have provided here? Okay, so this one, outlets, spelling mistake. See here, guys, what is this? This is going to be the outlets. Yeah, so this, you can understand how sensitive it is now. The spellings and then keywords are very, very important. Okay, so this is going to be what? Outlets. Okay, you can take like, now because I have taken something outlet TE I have taken, so that's why it was giving error. Okay, yeah, now even so I want to check with this. Let's look at it, guys. Yeah, again I'm going to construct with this AUX. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, no problem. Yeah, let us do it again. Okay, let us do it again. Okay, no problem. Yeah, what is the thing, guys, to remember? Just I'm keep repeating this point to make you remember the syntax of that particular okay, acceleroute. Somebody open the mic. Can you please mute all? Okay, somebody message me. Yeah, spelling. Yes, yes. Right, right. Fine. Yeah. Okay, let us look at it, guys. Again, I want to provide this kind of, what is this? Auxiliary. Just look at it. Try to, okay. You people try to tell this what I'm trying to write here. This one. So property binding router link. So router link. Okay, the syntax of square brackets, because you can provide any kind of data using this square brackets. Okay, you can provide any kind of this data. This here in this, I'm going to provide JSON. Okay, let us look at it, guys. I have to provide the JSON object. This object is going to be, okay, set into this router link. In this object, we have to provide, okay, router, okay, template, right? Sorry, templates. Okay, templates, right? Templates. Here in the templates, what is the templates we have? Template is also one object. Yeah, if you observe carefully the template, what template here? Second is a second is the template. For second template, what is the path? The path you can provide AUX1. Okay, AUX1 outlets. Again, I made spelling. Okay, yeah, here I need to take outlets, right? Yeah, sorry, not templates. Here you have to take outlet. Yeah, outlets. Yeah, remember that, outlets. Yeah, see, generally the key is important. Outlets. So this is outlet, right? Yeah, these outlets we have to provide. Yeah, now you have to provide outlets, not templates. Outlets. This is going to be the second is one outlet. Okay, AUX, right? AUX1. Okay, the path should be AUX1. So for assigning value, we have provided directly, and try to call this one. Okay, yeah, call this one auxiliary com provide like this. Yeah, see here, guys, both are working. And if I provide X1, it is getting provided. Okay, right. So now here, the one more change that you need to remember is you can provide this value even within the brackets. This is also fine. Okay, sometimes you need to provide the value like this. Okay, yeah, if you want to provide like AX1.123, if you want to provide like this, how can you provide? Means instead of providing slashes and all, you may take like this. Of course, we are going to use this syntax in the next example. Okay, so maybe like 1, 2, 3. How it is going to take? AUX1/123. It is going to be take like this. But you need only AUX1. You can take like this, guys. Outlets, and then you can take. Yeah. So this is also the syntax. It is also going to work. Okay. Okay. Fine. All right, guys. All right. Okay. This is going to be the one router outlet I have taken. I'll do one thing. I want to take another router outlet. Okay, another router outlet. So BR. Okay. So let me take this one, and then I'm going to take another router outlet. I'm going to make it third. I'm going to make it third router outlet. Okay, third router outlet. Okay, yeah. See here how it is looking like. Now for displaying third router outlet, what are the things? What are the setup I have to do? I have to go to router outlets. Here you need to provide this one. Here maybe like auxiliary 2. Okay, before coming to this, first of all, before coming to this, I want to create another auxiliary, okay, auxiliary component. I would like to create another auxiliary component. Okay, before coming to another auxiliary component, I want to create. So to create another auxiliary component, what you can do, create, yeah, comp2. Okay, what is this? This is going to be ng generate component auxiliary component 2. I'm trying to create auxiliary, okay, auxiliary component 2, auxiliary component 2. All right, it has created. Okay, it has created another auxiliary component, another auxiliary component. Let us go to the code. Here we have created what? Third router. You may take like break also. Third router outlet, and go to the routing module. Here what I can do is, I want to take path and AUX2 you can take. Component is what? Auxiliary comp2, auxiliary comp2. Outlet equal to, what is outlet for this? To display this third. This has to get match. Outlet has to get match. Okay, this one. Okay guys, yeah, this is the third one I have provided. Now next, the link I have to build. Let's look at it guys. I can provide these links multiple ways. Okay, so okay, let me take this link. Okay, again I want to write it down. So by here guys, router link, provide the array names, square brackets, within that provide the object. Within that we need to provide outlets. Outlets is the key. For this key you need to provide a JSON object. Okay, within the JSON object you need to provide the key. What key? What outlet name? Outlet name is third. Okay, third is the outlet name. Provide the single quotes, because already we opened double quotes, right? Within the double quotes we cannot provide double quotes. Provide double, single quotes. Third. For this you can provide, okay, what is the path for this third? What is the path? Okay, what is the path here? Third related path AUX2. You can provide like this. See here guys, AUX, third AUX. Okay, now this is going to be the auxiliary 2. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, coming to here and then provide this. Okay, fresh, coming to the fresh code and then click on AX2. It is going to be display only AX2. If I only AX2. If I click on AX1, yeah, see here guys, it's already open. It has provided. See, this is got provided two things here. If I click on comp1, now it is going to print comp1. See here guys, right now all these three things are building. Yeah, if you click on one thing, if you want to display at the same time, yeah, let's see. Right now, what is the code I have created? What is the code I have? If I click on AX2, only auxiliary 2 is displaying, right? But I want to display both AX1 and AX2. Okay, let us check it out, how it is going to display. Now I want to provide another link. In such a way that if I click on AX2, both this may be X, okay, test3. If I take test3 along with this outlet third, it has to display second one also. For that, provide second. What is the path for that? What is the path? The path is going to be AUX1. See here guys, I have provided both the things, second and third. So now in the second, if I click on here, in the second outlet, AX1 is going to print it. The third, it is going to get printed. In the third, Ax2 is going to get printed. So I have provided the link for that. Okay, test 3. Okay, first very fresh, refresh open. Yeah, click on here. Auxiliary component is also printing. Auxiliary 2 is also printing. Okay, now, okay, so this is how we can print the information, auxiliary information, guys. Okay, we are going to discuss more details about auxiliary details tomorrow. Okay, so now, okay, so I just, before wrapping the class, I would like to ask you, do you have any queries related to this?